Welcome, my friend. Welcome to a video that might just change your entire life in profound ways. It could transform not just how you talk, walk, or smile, but also how the world genuinely sees you, and most importantly, how you truly see yourself. Let me ask you something important. Have you ever entered a room and felt like no one noticed you were even there? Have you ever liked someone deeply, only to find they didn't feel the same way about you in return? Have you ever tried your utmost to impress a group, yet still felt entirely invisible to them despite your efforts? Perhaps you've thought, what's wrong with me? Why does no one seem to care about me or my feelings? Why does it feel like I'm always chasing people, but they never, ever chase me back? If any of this resonates with you, please know that you are truly not alone in these feelings. I understand you completely. I have personally experienced that very pain myself, and today I am here to share something with you that perhaps no one has ever told you before. The truth is, you don't attract people by constantly chasing after them. Instead, you attract them by genuinely changing your inner energy and vibration. Attraction is far from a simple trick or a superficial game. It isn't merely about being conventionally beautiful or accumulating immense wealth. It's not about possessing perfect words, an impeccable style, or leading an outwardly perfect life. True attraction runs much, much deeper than that. Real attraction is often invisible to the naked eye. It primarily resides in the genuine feelings you evoke in others, impacting their hearts. It's found in the quiet moments before you speak, and in the authentic energy you project as you gracefully enter any room. It's also present in the thoughtful way you look at people, truly seeing and acknowledging their presence. Listen to them attentively and respect them deeply without any attempt to control their actions, their thoughts, or their lives. The simple truth is, you absolutely do not have to transform yourself into someone else just to become attractive to others. There's no need to pretend, nor is there any pressure to constantly impress others with your achievements or facade. You simply need to embrace your authentic self. Become the real, powerful, calm, and grounded version of you. This radiant self has been patiently hiding behind layers of fear, self-doubt, and excessive overthinking for far too long. And in this very video, I will meticulously teach you exactly how to achieve this profound transformation in your life. There will be no lies, no elusive magic tricks, and no superficial fake psychology involved in this process. Instead, we will explore 12 truly powerful habits that can guide you on this journey of self-discovery and magnetic attraction. These habits can help you become the kind of person who effortlessly lights up any room they enter with their presence. You'll inspire people to wonder, who is that? I feel so incredibly calm whenever I'm around you. You possess something truly unique. I can't quite explain it, but I genuinely want to be around you more often. This will be their natural response. Most importantly, you will begin attracting the right people into your life, those who genuinely respect and value you for who you are. They will clearly see your inherent worth without you having to prove anything, because the profound truth is this simple reality. When you cease chasing after others and instead focus on truly building yourself from within, the world itself will start seeking you out. This isn't merely a video. It's a powerful mirror reflecting your highest potential. It's also a powerful challenge for your personal growth. Consider this a brand new chapter beginning in your life. So, take a moment to breathe deeply and consciously. Open your heart completely and stay with me until the very end of this enlightening presentation. I promise you that by the conclusion of this video, you won't just understand how to attract anyone effortlessly into your life. You will genuinely feel like a new person, transformed from within. And importantly, others will sense that positive shift within you as well. This journey will also subtly enhance your English skills by teaching you authentic words, meaningful emotional expressions, and powerful speaking habits for clearer communication. So, I encourage you to subscribe now, and together, let's begin this transformative experience. Part 1. Talk to everyone in the group. Let's imagine you walk into a social setting, perhaps a vibrant party, an elegant wedding, an important meeting, or even just a casual gathering of friends. There might be someone specific you find appealing in the room, someone you truly wish to attract and connect with on a deeper level. So, what is the typical approach most people tend to take in such a situation when they spot that person of interest? They often choose to speak only to that one individual exclusively. They might unintentionally ignore everyone else present in the room. Their entire attention, all their energetic focus, and every single smile are aimed solely at the one person they are trying so hard to impress.
This, however, is a very big mistake in the game of attraction. But why is it considered so detrimental to your goal?
Because when your conversations are limited to just one person, you don't project an image of true confidence or ease. Instead, you might appear nervous or even come across as desperate for attention. It seems like you are simply trying too hard to please. However, when you engage with everyone in the group, something truly magical begins to unfold right before your eyes. You naturally become the focal point and the vibrant center of the group. You evolve into the person who effortlessly connects everyone together. You become the individual who brings warmth, vibrant energy, and a palpable sense of comfort and ease to the entire space. And you know what? That remarkable quality is incredibly attractive to others and draws them closer to you. Because real attraction isn't solely dependent on physical appearance alone. It is primarily about the positive energy you emanate. Your energy becomes powerfully magnetic when people feel genuinely included, truly seen, and wonderfully safe and at ease in your presence. Imagine two distinct individuals walking into a social group. The first person immediately approaches the one they like. They then proceed to speak exclusively with that individual, ignoring all others. The second person, however, engages with everyone in the room. They talk to the loud individuals, the shy ones, and even the quiet person standing alone in the corner of the room, making them feel included. They offer genuine smiles to all. They listen attentively to what others say. They ask simple, engaging questions, such as, "How do you both know each other?" Or perhaps, "You have a truly great laugh." Or, "That's a very nice jacket. Where did you happen to get it from?" Now, tell me, which of these two people do you honestly think will be remembered long after the event has concluded? Which one will attract not merely a single person, but the attention and positive regard of the entire room, drawing everyone in? It will undoubtedly be the second person, and that person can absolutely be you if you master this simple yet powerful habit. This doesn't mean you need to be loud, or constantly funny, or overtly charming to everyone you meet. You simply need to be truly present in the moment, genuinely authentic in your interactions, and consistently kind to everyone you encounter. Don't strive to be special yourself. Instead, Focus on making everyone else around you feel truly special and valued. When you do this, you will automatically shine brightly and naturally. People fundamentally remember how you made them genuinely feel. If you ensure everyone feels seen, respected, and included in your interactions, you will undoubtedly become an unforgettable presence in their lives. Part 2. Make eye contact, the silent magnet of connection. Let's now discuss something most people tend to overlook, yet it can instantly transform how others perceive you and your presence. This is powerful, even if you utter not a single word. It isn't your expensive clothing, your elaborate hairstyle, or your signature perfume. It is, in fact, your eyes. Your sustained eye contact is arguably the most powerful tool you possess for deep connection. And remarkably, you don't even need to speak English perfectly to effectively utilize its profound and universal impact. Consider this scenario carefully. When someone speaks to you, but their gaze is fixed on the floor, or their phone, or wandering aimlessly around the room. How do you typically feel in that moment? You likely feel ignored, perhaps even insignificant or unimportant in the conversation. You might even feel as if they simply don't truly respect you or the words you are thoughtfully sharing with them. Now, envision the opposite. Imagine someone looks directly and intently into your eyes as you speak your thoughts. They don't blink excessively, nor do they avert their gaze quickly. They simply remain fully present with you in that moment. Their steady gaze communicates that what you are saying genuinely matters to them. How does that make you honestly feel? You feel important, deeply respected, and truly seen. You even feel a profound sense of natural attraction towards that person. Because genuine eye contact isn't necessarily about romance or flirtation. It's fundamentally about powerful presence and deep connection. It's about conveying, without uttering a single word, "I truly see you. I am not in any hurry or rush. I am fully here, present with you." And such focused presence is incredibly rare in today's fast-paced world. Everyone seems constantly distracted by multiple things. People are perpetually busy, and often their minds and emotions are mentally and emotionally elsewhere, far from the present moment. So, when you choose to look at someone with still, soft, calm, and steady eyes, you immediately stand out from the crowd. What you say truly doesn't matter as much. The fluency of your English doesn't matter in this context. Your financial status, physical beauty, or average appearance are all largely irrelevant when it comes to this power. Your eye contact eloquently communicates, "I am not nervous. I am not desperate for validation. I am not trying to escape this moment." It says, "I am fully here. I am grounded in myself, and I am not afraid to be truly seen by you." And you know what? That powerful, quiet confidence makes you absolutely unforgettable to others, leaving a lasting impression. Imagine yourself sitting at a cozy cafe with someone you genuinely like and wish to connect with more deeply. As you talk, you find yourself fidgeting restlessly. You constantly check your phone or glance around at the waiter or other patrons. Perhaps you laugh excessively at trivial things, or you speak very rapidly. None of this feels genuinely attractive, does it? Instead, it conveys an impression that you are deeply uncomfortable with yourself in that particular moment and setting. Now, picture the exact same situation, but with a different approach. You sit calmly and serenely, completely at ease. You look them gently in the eyes as they speak, without rushing your responses or feeling compelled to fill every silence. You don't attempt to escape the moment, nor do you try too hard to impress them with grand gestures. You are simply present, with your eyes and your stillness. That profound kind of presence makes people think about you. They will remember you and your calm demeanor long after you have left their presence and the conversation has ended. To develop this powerful skill, practice in front of a mirror regularly. Look into your own eyes for 30 seconds daily, observing yourself. It might feel a bit strange and uncomfortable at first, but this exercise will steadily build your inner strength and confidence. Next, start practicing with strangers in everyday interactions. Make brief eye contact with shopkeepers, taxi drivers, and waiters. Just 2 to 3 seconds is generally sufficient for these interactions. Remember, don't be creepy, just be calm and present. Utilize the effective 50-70 rule as a guideline. If you are speaking, aim to maintain eye contact for approximately 50% of the time. If you are actively listening, maintain eye contact for about 70% of the time. People feel truly loved and valued when you listen intently. They feel loved by your listening, not when you are lecturing them or dominating the conversation. Real attraction begins even before any words are spoken. It truly starts in your eyes. Make them calm, filled with kindness, and unafraid to connect with the world around you. The world around you will undoubtedly feel that powerful, positive energy emanating from you. Part 3. Give rare, honest compliments. Let's now discuss what is arguably the most misunderstood attraction skill in the entire world, the art of giving compliments. Some individuals mistakenly believe attraction involves saying things like, "You're hot," "You're beautiful," or "Wow, you look amazing." They might even directly compliment someone's body in a superficial way. But here is the genuine truth about such remarks. Fake compliments are merely noise. They quickly fade away and are forgotten. Real compliments, however, are like beautiful music to the soul. Everyone hears those basic, common, and often copy-paste compliments every single day, and they quickly forget them.
But a single, honest, rare, and profoundly deep compliment can genuinely live in someone's heart for many years to come.
Allow me to illustrate the significant difference with a few clear examples. A rather boring compliment might be, "You look nice." A truly powerful compliment, however, could be, "I love the way your entire face lights up when you talk about something you genuinely love and are passionate about." Another boring compliment, "You're cute." A powerful compliment, "I genuinely noticed how remarkably kind you were to that child earlier." That action truly says a lot about the wonderful person you are on the inside. Do you see the profound difference between these examples? One compliment focuses purely on the superficial surface of a person. The other reaches deep into a person's very soul and character. If your goal is to genuinely attract someone, stop trying so hard to simply make them feel physically attractive or desired. Instead, strive to make them feel deeply understood. Make them feel truly seen in a unique way that others often miss entirely. Allow me to share a completely true story with you. A young woman once confided in me about her experiences. She said, "People constantly tell me that I'm pretty, but the one compliment she would never forget was strikingly different." It was the time someone told her, "You possess a very peaceful energy. I feel incredibly calm whenever I'm around you, and that's rare." She added, "That single compliment profoundly changed how I saw myself and my own value." Do you truly understand the depth of that impact? People are genuinely starving for heartfelt appreciation, not primarily for their physical looks, but for the essence of who they truly are as individuals. If you genuinely want to attract someone, then observe them closely and attentively. Notice the subtle details that others often miss entirely. Then, express what you've observed softly, honestly, and without trying to gain anything in return for your words. Do not aim to impress, nor to subtly seduce, but simply to give from the pure sincerity and open generosity of your heart. That, my friend, is the essence of real attraction that leaves a lasting mark. Do not compliment the utterly obvious or superficial. Instead of saying, "You have nice eyes," try something like, "Your eyes are so wonderfully expressive when you talk about your family and loved ones." When complimenting, use soft, gentle words and phrases. For example, begin with, "You seem," or "I noticed," or "It's beautiful how you." These phrases make compliments feel deeply personal and authentic, rather than sounding scripted or generic to the recipient. After giving a compliment, release it completely. Give it genuinely and don't linger, waiting for a specific reaction or response. If necessary, simply walk away gracefully and naturally. That act makes the compliment even more powerful and memorable in their mind. Don't try so hard to be interesting. Instead, be genuinely interested in others and their stories. Don't strive to sound impressive. Instead, just be real and authentic in your conversations. See something truly beautiful in someone. Then, speak it honestly from your heart, acknowledging their unique qualities. That is truly how you touch the hearts of others deeply and sincerely. Part 4. Be open, but not needy in your interactions. Have you ever encountered someone who shares their innermost feelings, but it just feels fundamentally wrong or overwhelming? They tend to talk extensively about all their problems. They share every single detail concerning their emotions and struggles. They might express sentiments like, "I feel so alone," or "I feel like nobody genuinely likes me or wants me around." Perhaps they say, "I think I'm too boring," "I'm not confident," or "I'm scared I'll lose you permanently if you leave me." And while they believe they are being open and vulnerable, it actually creates an uncomfortable atmosphere for others present. This approach doesn't attract people. Instead, it tends to push them away and create distance. But why does this happen so consistently? Because what they are demonstrating is not true openness. That is, in fact, emotional neediness, which can be burdensome. Here's the essential truth regarding these two states. True openness quietly declares, "Here is my heart, yet I am still okay, even without you in my life." Neediness, conversely, cries out, "Here is my heart. Please, I need you to fix me and my problems. I cannot do it alone." One approach feels genuinely powerful and liberating to witness. The other feels incredibly heavy and burdensome to carry. One is naturally attractive to others and draws them in. The other, undeniably, is deeply draining for those around you, causing them to retreat. So, what is the right path for you to take? Be open, but always from a deep place of inner strength and self-possession. Do not operate from a position of perceived weakness or vulnerability. Be vulnerable, but never expect someone else to save you from your challenges. Be real and authentic in your interactions. But importantly, do not lose your true self in the process of relating to others. Imagine a conversation between two individuals. Person A states, "I've always felt invisible to everyone around me." They continue, "I just want someone to finally see me for who I am. I'm tired of being alone. I truly hate myself and my life." Person B, on the other hand, says, "Sometimes I struggle with my self-worth, but I've been actively working on it every day." They add, "I've started journaling and taking small, consistent steps towards healing. It's not easy, but I'm learning to love myself little by little." Now, genuinely ask yourself, which of these two individuals would you prefer to be around and connect with more deeply? Both are open about their feelings and struggles, yet only one of them radiates a palpable light in their energy and approach. You see, when you are open but also grounded, you effectively become a gentle mirror for others, reflecting their potential. They feel remarkably safe and secure around you. They feel inspired by your journey and resilience in the face of challenges. Consequently, they naturally want to know more about you and your experiences, drawn by your calm strength. However, when you are open but also needy, others feel immediate pressure and a heavy sense of responsibility weighing on them. Their instinctual reaction is often to distance themselves or even run away from the perceived burden. Try using the powerful sentence framework, "I feel and I'm working on it." Instead of declaring, "I'm broken beyond repair," try saying, "I sometimes feel insecure, but I'm actively learning how to be kind to myself and grow." Own your emotions completely. Do not blame others for them or project them outwardly. Say, "I get nervous sometimes," not, "You make me feel nervous around you." Remember to pause, offer a gentle smile, and allow them to speak as well. Being open doesn't mean talking non-stop without a break. It means sharing your thoughts and feelings with ample space, and then listening intently with love and empathy to their responses. Be open enough to tenderly show your heart, yet strong enough to courageously hold it yourself without relying on others. That is the precise moment when people feel truly safe, profoundly inspired, and genuinely attracted to you and your authentic presence. Part 5. Part 5. Be calm in the chaos, invulnerable but never cold. Now, allow me to guide you into an even deeper understanding of attraction and its subtle mechanisms. Do you wish to know one of the most truly magnetic energies present in the entire world? It is surprisingly simple. It is not superficial charm, nor is it merely physical beauty. It's not even raw intelligence or quick wit. The most magnetic energy is profound calmness and inner stillness. Our world is often incredibly loud and overwhelming in its demands. People everywhere are stressed, constantly stressed, chasing something, attention, love, material success, or external approval from others. So, when you encounter someone who is still, deeply grounded, and genuinely calm, you instantly feel drawn to them, like a moth to a flame. It often feels as though they possess something you currently lack, or perhaps know something important you've forgotten along the way. Their energy feels profoundly safe, wonderfully solid, and incredibly rare in its peacefulness. This quality is known as emotional strength. And it is far more attractive than mere physical muscles, accumulated money, or expertly applied makeup to enhance appearance. Allow me to elaborate further. When something inevitably goes wrong in life, perhaps someone insults you unexpectedly. Or you might experience rejection from someone, or even find that someone ignores your messages completely and intentionally. Most people in such situations tend to panic, overthink, cry, or complain loudly and incessantly. They might try desperately to prove a point, chase after validation, or simply lose all control of their emotions and reactions. However, emotionally strong individuals react differently. They pause thoughtfully and take a deep, centering breath. They do not collapse under pressure, nor do they quickly become angry or defensive. They don't beg for attention or understanding. They don't scream out loud, and they don't feel compelled to over-explain themselves constantly to others. Instead, they simply remain silent, clear-headed, and powerfully composed. That specific kind of energy is profoundly magnetic, because it silently communicates, "I am not afraid of this situation. I am not attempting to control you or the outcome. I am perfectly okay. I am at peace." People deeply crave that unique energy you embody. And why is this so? Because most people simply do not possess it themselves. And we are inherently drawn to qualities that we perceive we lack in ourselves, seeking balance and completion. Imagine this specific situation for a moment. A girl in a group says something rather rude or disrespectful to you directly. Most individuals would immediately defend themselves passionately. They might become highly emotional or perhaps even leave the situation angrily in protest, making a scene. But you, in this scenario, just calmly look at her. You offer a slight nod of understanding and gently say, "It's okay. I understand your opinion." You add, "I'll certainly keep that in mind for future reference." Then you gracefully move on, smiling, relaxed, and utterly unbothered by her words. Now, everyone in that group looks at you in an entirely different light, with newfound respect. Why did that happen so profoundly? Because you chose not to merely react impulsively to the negativity. Instead, you responded with profound peace and composure. That, my friend, is incredibly powerful. That is truly unforgettable. And that is deeply attractive to those around you. Make it a practice to pause thoughtfully before reacting to situations. Take 3 full seconds to collect yourself. Pause before you answer anything that triggers an emotional response within you. Breathe deeply and slowly through your stomach. Slow, deep belly breathing has the remarkable ability to instantly reduce any emotional panic you might feel, calming your system. In your responses, use calm phrases such as, "I see," or "Thanks for sharing that perspective," or "That's interesting to consider." You could also say, "That's certainly something to think about," or even, "You might be right in that assessment." All of these are emotionally powerful and grounding responses that convey inner strength. You do not have to control the storm around you. You simply need to be the one individual who doesn't get pulled into its turbulent currents and chaos. That unwavering composure is precisely what makes people instinctively trust you deeply and completely. It's also what makes people genuinely respect you, and it's what makes people desire to be around you again and again for your peaceful energy. Part 6. Value yourself deeply without ever apologizing for it. Have you ever consciously lowered your own intrinsic value just to be liked by others or gain their approval? Have you ever found yourself saying yes when, deep down, you desperately wanted to say no instead, out of fear? Have you ever allowed someone to treat you poorly simply because you were afraid they might leave you and you'd be alone? If any of these scenarios resonate, please understand that you are not weak. You are simply human and seeking connection. You desire love. You seek genuine connection, and you want people to stay in your life and with you. But here is a fundamental, hard truth to consider. When you sacrifice your precious self-respect to retain someone in your life, ultimately, you lose both that person and your self-respect in the process. Because if someone remains with you in a relationship, if they only stay because you permit them to disrespect you repeatedly, that is not authentic love or genuine care. Instead, that dynamic is rooted in fear and insecurity. However, when you quietly respect yourself without any shouting or drama, you transmit a powerful, silent message to the entire world around you. I deeply know my worth and value. You communicate. I do not need to prove it to anyone. I do not need to beg for anything from you. And crucially, I do not need your external approval to feel truly enough within myself, as I am already complete. That stance is incredibly powerful. That is deeply attractive to authentic people, and that makes you truly unforgettable in their minds. True self-worth is rarely loud or boastful. It doesn't feel the need to constantly brag about achievements or explain itself. It doesn't require posting daily "know your worth" quotes online to validate its existence or prove a point to others. Instead, genuine self-worth is quiet and deeply profound. It manifests in how you comfortably sit in a room and are at ease. It shows in how you don't feel the need to dominate every single conversation. It means saying no with kindness yet firmness. Saying no when something simply doesn't feel right for you or align with your values. It means refusing to chase someone who is unsure about you. It means setting clear boundaries without experiencing any guilt whatsoever for doing so. It means walking away gracefully. Walking away from anything that does not truly honor your inner peace and well-being. That, my friend, is real self-worth. And it attracts people like a powerful magnet because such quiet confidence and self-respect is genuinely rare in this world. Most people are often desperate for external attention and validation from others. But you are comfortable in your own skin and presence. You don't beg for approval. You don't chase after others. Instead, you simply glow with an inner radiance and peace. Consider this scenario. You are deeply invested in a relationship or a close friendship with someone you care about. Suddenly, the other person begins ignoring you, taking you completely for granted, or only talking to you when they desperately need something. What is the typical response from most people in such a painful situation? They often beg, they cry, and they over-explain their feelings profusely. They make themselves overly available, all in a desperate attempt to win that person back and regain their attention. But a person endowed with true self-worth sends one calm, clear message instead, maintaining their dignity. They might say, "Hey, I genuinely value this connection we share, but I also deeply value myself and my peace." They continue, "If I am not respected here, I would rather walk away in peace than remain in pain or discomfort." That single, composed message carries more power and weight than 100 emotional texts combined could ever achieve. Because genuine self-worth is not about anger. It is about profound clarity and self-awareness of your boundaries. Write this powerful sentence down and commit to remembering it every single day of your life, letting it sink in. If I have to lose myself entirely to keep someone in my life, then they are simply not for me and my journey. Practice saying no softly yet firmly. Try phrases like, "Thank you, but I don't feel comfortable with that request." Or, "I need some time to think about it carefully before committing." Perhaps, I appreciate the offer, but I'll pass this time, thank you. Walk through life with a clear sense of purpose in your steps. Sit with quiet confidence and speak with unwavering calmness and conviction. Even if you don't initially feel powerful or confident, consciously act like someone who deeply respects themselves always. Your brain, remarkably, will eventually begin to believe and internalize that perception of strength and self-worth. You don't attract people by desperately trying to prove you are good enough for them or anyone else. You attract them by already knowing, deep inside your soul, that you are not better than anyone, nor are you less than anyone either. You are simply enough, exactly as you genuinely are in this moment. That silent, unwavering confidence profoundly changes absolutely everything in your life. Part 7. Walk away like a king or queen, calmly, silently, and powerfully. Sometimes your profound silence can be far louder and more impactful than any scream or outburst you might utter. And your complete absence from a situation can often resonate more powerfully than your constant presence ever could. You see, most people mistakenly believe that attraction is achieved by doing more for others. More chasing, more texting, more proving yourself, seeking more attention, making more sacrifices for others. But the genuine truth is, you become truly attractive when you are willing to gracefully walk away. Walk away from anything and anyone that disrespects your inner peace, values, or well-being. Let me state this with absolute clarity. Do you desire to be noticed? Do you yearn to be respected? Do you wish to be truly remembered by others? Then stop begging for attention or validation from others. Instead, begin the powerful act of walking away. But do not walk away with hate in your heart. Do not walk away consumed by anger or with tears streaming down your face in sadness. Walk with profound silence and composure. Walk with grace and elegant dignity. Walk with unshakable self-respect. That kind of departure is utterly unforgettable to those who witness it, because walking away, in its essence, communicates this message clearly. I generously gave my energy. I was kind and authentic in my interactions. But I am not here to force anything to happen or manipulate. I am not afraid to lose what does not genuinely value me or recognize my worth. That specific energy is stronger than any muscles. It is more powerful than any carefully chosen words and far more attractive than mere physical beauty alone. Because everyone in this world is accustomed to being chased and pursued. Everyone is used to exerting control over others. But when you choose to gracefully walk away without begging or creating an emotional scene, you genuinely confuse people. You shock them to their core, making them reflect, and you remain powerfully in their minds forever after that. There once was a young man who loved a girl deeply and unconditionally. He did absolutely everything for her in earnest. Calls, thoughtful gifts, constant messages, and undivided attention. But she, regrettably, played with his emotions. She ignored him and openly flirted with others, disregarding his feelings. One day, he didn't fight back or try to explain himself. He simply sent one calm, powerful message. I respect myself far too much to remain in something that hurts me deeply. He concluded with, I genuinely wish you well on your path. He then blocked her contact and walked away definitively from the situation. He did not chase her or seek further engagement, and months later, She unexpectedly returned, not because of his words, but because of his powerful silence. Because nothing is more truly attractive than someone who instinctively knows when to leave a situation with love, not with lingering hate. Train your nervous system for this kind of response. Before you walk away, take a moment to breathe deeply and calmly. Allow your emotions to settle and regain composure. Do not react out of pain or hurt. Instead, leave with profound peace and self-respect. Write this powerful statement down and read it daily. If it costs me my peace, it is simply too expensive for my well-being. Set this crucial rule firmly in your mind. If they don't meet me with respect, I will meet myself at the door and gracefully exit. Your unique energy is a precious gift. Do not waste it on people who fail to recognize or appreciate its true value. You don't need to scream to be heard. You don't need to cry for impact or to draw attention to your pain. You just need to leave with quiet grace and let your powerful absence speak louder than your voice ever could have done. Part 8. Own your insecurities and powerfully set yourself free. Let's delve into a topic that most people are often reluctant to openly admit or discuss with others. Every single one of us has insecurities. These are aspects we dislike about ourselves deep down inside. Things we feel deeply ashamed of, or things we desperately try to conceal from the world's judgment. For some individuals, it might revolve around their physical appearance or looks, causing discomfort. For others, it could be their background, their education, their proficiency in English, their job, their past experiences, or even their physical scars. And the world, unfortunately, often propagates this damaging lie. If you want to attract people, you must look perfectly, talk perfectly, and act perfectly. But here's a liberating truth that the world seldom tells you directly. People do not fall in love with mere perfection. They genuinely fall in love with honesty, with quiet confidence, and with profound courage in the face of imperfection. And the most attractive form of courage is precisely this: the bravery to own your insecurities, often with a gentle, accepting smile. This means that instead of attempting to hide your accent, you might say, "I'm still learning English, but I'm truly proud of how far I've come on this journey." Instead of trying to conceal your past, you can confidently say, "Yes, I made mistakes, but I've grown immensely and no longer reside there emotionally." Instead of hiding your body, you can declare, "I'm not here to be perfect. I'm here to be real and kind to myself, always and unconditionally." People don't vividly remember flawless skin or the most expensive shoes you wore. They remember the precise moment you were truly real. They remember the moment you bravely stated, "This is authentically me, and I still choose to deeply love myself, flaws and all." Because when you courageously own your insecurities, two transformative things immediately happen in your interactions. Firstly, no one can ever use them against you as a weapon for manipulation or judgment. Secondly, people begin to feel incredibly safe around you. This happens because you, by your example, give them silent permission to also be real and vulnerable with their own imperfections. For instance, there was once a girl who had a very visible burn scar on her face. She habitually covered it with makeup and her hair. She actively avoided people and frequently felt diminished and small because of her scar. One day, she proclaimed, "I'm done hiding." She continued, "This is my face, and this scar is an intrinsic part of my unique story and journey through life." She began walking with newfound confidence and self-acceptance. She smiled more openly and spoke with greater self-assurance. And suddenly, people began to deeply admire her. They admired her not because of the scar itself, but because of the immense courage she carried behind it, radiating outward. Remember this crucial point. It is not your perceived flaw that pushes people away from you or creates distance. It is your deep-seated shame surrounding that flaw that creates the barrier. Once you courageously drop the shame, you become magnetic. Write down a list of everything you feel insecure about right now. Then, next to each item, write, "This doesn't define me. I'm growing." Practice articulating these thoughts softly within conversations. For example, "Sometimes I get nervous in big groups, but I'm actively working on it." Or, "I know my English isn't perfect, but I truly love the process of learning and improving my skills daily." Laugh gently at yourself and your quirks, not with self-hate or criticism, but with a genuine lightness of being and acceptance. You might say, "Oh, that's just my awkward side. She visits sometimes." This, my friend, is called emotional charm and self-awareness. You don't have to be absolutely flawless to be an unforgettable person in the world. You just have to be someone. Someone who is no longer afraid of being truly seen for who they are, in all their authenticity and humanity. When you stop hiding your authentic self, you don't merely attract others, you empower them to embrace their own truth. You give them the profound courage to be themselves too, without fear. And that shared authenticity is truly magnetic, creating deep and lasting connections. Part 9. Respect everyone, especially those often considered invisible. Have you ever witnessed someone treating a waiter poorly, or perhaps ignoring the cleaning staff entirely in a public space? Or rolling their eyes dismissively at a child who is simply asking questions out of curiosity? What did you genuinely feel in that moment? Likely disgust, a sense of coldness, or a perceived lack of true character and empathy. Now, let's completely flip the story around. Imagine you meet someone new. They thoughtfully hold the door open for an elderly man with a kind gesture. They offer a warm smile to the cleaner, or they bend down to talk kindly to a child at their eye level, engaging them. They speak with genuine respect to a street vendor, acknowledging their presence. They make sure to say thank you to someone who typically goes unnoticed and unappreciated by most people. What emotions does that evoke within you naturally? Warmth, a sense of safety, deep respect, and undoubtedly attraction towards their character. Because true beauty is not found solely in the face. It resides profoundly in the heart and soul of an individual. And the most attractive energy in the entire world is someone who respects everyone they encounter, not just those in positions of power or influence, but all people equally. In every room, on every street, within every building, there are individuals the world often forgets or overlooks in its rush. These are the ones who clean the floors, who carry luggage, who bring you water, or who earn less money than others. The ones who speak less, or simply look different from the perceived norm, and how you choose to treat these people. That truly reveals the core of who you really are as a person, your true character. You might not think anyone is observing you, but someone always is, keenly watching. And when they witness you showing genuine kindness to those who can offer you nothing in return, you instantly rise higher and higher in their eyes and estimation. You become someone possessing true, unwavering character and integrity. You become an individual who is genuinely safe to trust and rely on. In essence, you become rare and precious in their perception. Imagine a man who once went to a fancy restaurant with a girl he genuinely liked and wanted to impress deeply. The food was delicious, and the ambient lighting was perfect, yet the girl never returned his calls after that night. Why, you ask? Because during their dinner, he behaved rudely towards the waiter. He clicked his fingers impolitely for service. He spoke without saying please and failed to make proper eye contact, treating the waiter as subservient. The girl later explained her reason. She said, "I don't care how he treats me now. I care deeply about how he'll treat me when I'm no longer useful to him or his pursuits." That insight is profoundly deep, and it rings absolutely true in human relationships. Make an effort to say thank you to people. To those who rarely hear it, such as taxi drivers, delivery people, janitors, gatekeepers, and cafeteria workers, acknowledge them. Combine eye contact with their names if possible. Try, "Thank you, sir," with a genuine smile, or "Appreciate you, brother." Even a simple, "Have a good day, auntie," can make a difference. Teach others this respect by your own powerful example. Don't lecture them, just consistently be kind and respectful yourself, and others will keenly feel your silent, positive power. Attraction isn't about how high you manage to reach in life or how many achievements you boast. It's about how gently and kindly you touch those. Those who are often ignored and overlooked by the busy world. Be the kind of person who respects everyone, always. Respect everyone, even when you believe no one else is watching, because the universe is always watching and noting your actions. And so is someone special who will remember your profound kindness forever and ever, leaving an indelible mark. Part 10. Cultivate a sense of humor. Laugh lightly, attract deeply. Let's confront a simple truth about our current existence. We currently live in a world that is brimming with immense pressure. People are perpetually stressed, often tired, incredibly busy, and frequently overthinking everything in their lives. Most conversations can feel heavy, somewhat boring, or even entirely fake and inauthentic in their nature. So, when someone enters a space carrying a light heart and a genuinely playful smile, they feel like a refreshing breath of fresh air. They possess the remarkable ability to make people feel relaxed, safe, and truly alive and engaged. And that person, with their vibrant energy, instantly becomes wonderfully magnetic to others and draws them closer. A good sense of humor doesn't necessitate being a professional clown or a constant entertainer for others. It simply means having the ability to make people feel light and at ease in your presence and to share genuine joy and levity. Because laughter, in its essence, is deeply healing for the soul and spirit. Because a genuine smile is wonderfully contagious, spreading joy. Because the very moment someone genuinely laughs, their protective walls instinctively come down, creating openness. They stop pretending to be someone they're not. They cease their incessant overthinking. They stop judging others or themselves. In that precious moment, they are simply their real, authentic selves, and you become the person. The person who gifted them that freeing and joyful feeling. That, my friend, is truly unforgettable and deeply cherished. Allow me to be extremely clear on this point. Do not ever make fun of others in your humor or wit. Do not be loud and overtly attention-seeking. Do not relentlessly try to be the absolute funniest person in the room at all costs. Instead, Consciously practice the subtle and beautiful art of lightness and gentle humor in your interactions. Laugh gracefully at your own small, harmless mistakes or quirks. Smile genuinely when something minor goes slightly wrong, showing your ease. Use gentle, well-placed jokes to help lift the mood and alleviate tension in conversations. Make others feel perfectly okay. Okay with being imperfect themselves, embracing their humanity. This particular kind of humor is known as soft power. It doesn't shout for attention. It doesn't perform for an audience. It simply and kindly communicates a profound message. Hey, we are all just human beings here. Let's try not to take absolutely everything so seriously, shall we? And suddenly, people feel inherently safe and secure around you. They feel like they can truly breathe freely and openly. They feel like they can genuinely be themselves without judgment or fear, and that quality is truly rare and precious. And rare individuals, by their very nature, are powerfully magnetic to everyone they meet and interact with. Let's consider a practical example of this in action. A man once went on a delightful date with someone special to him. He accidentally spilled water while reaching for his drink, a common mishap for anyone. Most people would panic in such a situation. They would apologize profusely, perhaps 100 times, and feel deeply embarrassed by their clumsiness and mistake. But he simply smiled gently and remarked, "Well, this is me, full of passion and, apparently, bad aim when reaching." The girl immediately laughed heartily, and any lingering tension instantly disappeared between them, creating ease. She later confided, "That particular moment made me like him even more. He didn't try to be flawless or perfect." She added, he made me feel completely relaxed and at ease around him." That is the profound power of humor straight from the heart. Practice light-hearted self-jokes. You might say, "Oops, my brain took a short break for a second there," with a smile. Or, "That's just me, still diligently learning to be a human being and navigating life's quirks. Perhaps, I guess my phone has its own plans today." Remember to smile gently when you speak, even if you are not actively making a joke or telling a funny story. A genuine smile adds incredible warmth to your spoken words and makes them more inviting. Don't force it unnaturally or rigidly. Allow your smile to come naturally and authentically from within your genuine feelings. Humor often works best when you are also comfortable with silence. You don't need to be the absolutely funniest person in the entire room, constantly cracking jokes to entertain. You just need to be the individual who makes others feel genuinely lighter by truly being light and at ease yourself. People may eventually forget the exact words you said, but they will never forget how you made them laugh, smile, and feel safe in your presence. Part 11. The Cocktail Party Effect. Make them feel like the only one in the room. Now, allow me to reveal one of the most powerful psychological tools for human connection and building rapport. It is also one of the deepest and most intriguing secrets of genuine attraction that people often miss. If you can master the art of making someone truly feel seen and deeply understood, you will undoubtedly never be forgotten by them. And one of the most potent ways to achieve this remarkable feat is by employing something known as the cocktail party effect. So, what exactly is this fascinating phenomenon? Imagine you are at a very loud and bustling party with many people. Music is playing, people are laughing boisterously, and dozens of conversations are happening all around you simultaneously. But suddenly, amidst all that noise, you clearly hear your own name being spoken. Someone says, "Hey, Tommy," or your name. Even in the midst of all the overwhelming background noise, your brain immediately focuses on that single word and its meaning. It focuses because it feels intensely personal to you, grabbing your full attention. That, precisely, is the cocktail party effect in action. Your mind is inherently tuned to anything that feels personal, warm, specific, or profoundly directed at you as an individual. Now, imagine you intentionally utilize this principle in your daily life, not in a fake or manipulative way to trick people, but in a truly genuine, gentle, and deeply focused manner with others you encounter. Picture yourself in a group of 5 people. When one person looks directly at you, only at you, and genuinely says, "I really liked what you just shared and found it insightful." Or perhaps, "You always listen so incredibly well. That quality is truly rare to find nowadays in conversations." Or even, "When you laugh, it actually makes me laugh too." In that moment, you feel deeply chosen and valued. You feel an empowering sense that, wow, I genuinely matter to this person right now. And the individual who gave you that feeling, you will absolutely never forget them. You feel an undeniable pull towards them and their authentic attention. That, my friend, is emotional attraction at its core. Because in a world constantly filled with overwhelming noise and distractions, the person who offers you truly focused attention, that person feels nothing short of a miracle. No phone in hand, no distracted, wandering eyes, no fake multitasking, just pure presence. Just you, them, and pure, undivided presence in the moment. Make it a point to say their name softly during conversation. People absolutely love hearing their names spoken respectfully. Try, "Nice to meet you, Sam," or "Hey, Aisha, I noticed you were really quiet today. Are you okay?" Make sure to mention specific things you observe about them. For instance, "Your voice is incredibly calming to listen to. It has a soothing quality." Or, "I noticed you consistently help others before ever helping yourself. That's truly admirable and self-sacrificing." Hold consistent eye contact when they are speaking to you. Don't look around or let your gaze wander to other things. Just be fully present and engaged with them and their words. Ask deeply meaningful questions that invite genuine reflection and sharing. For example, what was the absolute best part of your week so far? Something that brought you joy. Or, what's something you love that no one else really knows about you? A hidden passion? Perhaps, what made you genuinely smile today and why? Such questions make people feel truly seen and wonderfully safe to open up. Imagine a young man who was once at a college orientation event. Everyone was frantically trying to impress, to network loudly and visibly. But one particular girl sat quietly with him for a full 10 minutes. She sincerely asked him about his dreams, his fears, and his family life. She didn't try to impress him in any way at all. She just listened fully, as if nothing else in the entire world mattered more at that moment than his words. That young man, he never, ever forgot her, because she expertly utilized the most powerful trick in the realm of attraction and connection. Be so profoundly present that people feel as though they are the only person existing in the entire universe with you at that time. Do you aspire to be truly unforgettable in your interactions? Then don't try so hard to impress the entire crowd all at once. Instead, Focus on making just one person feel fully seen, fully heard, and fully respected in your presence and attention. Even if you depart immediately after that powerful moment of connection, they will cherish and remember you forever and sincerely. Part 12. Keep a gentle smile on your face, the silent language of warmth. Let's now explore one of the most underrated and underestimated, yet profoundly powerful, attraction habits in the world today. It isn't about the latest fashion trends. It isn't about speaking perfect English. It's not a sculpted physique, high heels, or a sexy voice. It's not determined by the way you walk, or even by how much money you happen to possess in your bank account. It is, quite simply, this: the remarkable ability to consistently carry a soft, warm, and peaceful smile on your face most of the time. Not a fake, forced smile, nor a creepy or overly eager, please like me smile, but a truly genuine, authentic smile from within. A smile that subtly communicates, I may not be perfect, but I am at peace within myself and my circumstances. I may not be loud, but I am filled with inner light. I don't know what will happen next, but I choose joy right here, right now. Because we exist in a world that is often overflowing with stress and constant demands. People are weary, angry, nervous, and insecure. Many feel jealous or lost, carrying silent pain hidden behind their makeup, their jokes, or their outward confidence and bravado. Now, imagine you walk into any room. You are not the loudest person there. You are not actively trying to grab attention or be the center. You simply walk in with a calm, warm, and inviting smile. It's not forced or exaggerated, just gentle, soft, and present in its warmth. What instantly happens in that space? People immediately feel your presence. They sense your calm and positive energy. They feel a natural inclination to trust you. They instinctively feel safer when they are near you and your aura. You suddenly become the person everyone naturally gravitates toward and seeks out. Why does this occur so powerfully? Because your smile quietly conveys, I'm okay, and by extension, being near me, you will feel okay too, in this moment. That, my friend, is pure attraction energy. That is authentic soul energy. That is the kind of energy the world truly doesn't forget easily. Smiling isn't merely about looking pleasant or friendly to others. It's deeply rooted in biology, psychology, and pure energy transfer. When you genuinely smile, your brain releases dopamine and serotonin, the powerful chemicals associated with joy and peace, lifting your mood. People around you also feel more relaxed because smiling naturally reduces threat signals within the brain of the observer. You automatically appear more open, more trustworthy, and more kind to others, fostering connection, even if you don't utter a single word to them. Your gentle smile serves as a powerful signal. It says, I'm not here to fight or argue. I'm here to flow with life and its rhythms. I am not desperate for anything from you. I am peaceful within myself. I am not actively looking for attention. I am attention itself, naturally drawing it. You see, people inherently chase joy, not solely physical beauty or superficial allure. And a truly real smile is pure joy in human form, radiating outward. Consider this example. There was a man who wasn't particularly handsome in conventional ways. He wasn't tall, nor was he rich or fluent in English. Yet, everywhere he went, people consistently liked him and sought his company. Why was this so, despite these factors? It was because of his remarkable smile. It wasn't big or loud, but it was profoundly real and authentic, touching hearts. He smiled genuinely with his eyes, conveying warmth. He smiled when he spoke to shopkeepers, expressing gratitude and respect. He smiled when he said thank you to anyone he met. He smiled even when he made mistakes, embracing his humanity and forgiving himself. He smiled when others were upset, simply to calm them down and offer comfort and solace with his presence. He smiled when he didn't have answers because he trusted life's unfolding and processes implicitly. That kind of person, people deeply want to be near them. People desire to talk to them for longer periods, feeling their calm energy. People want to know them on a deeper, more meaningful level. He didn't chase anyone for attention or validation. He didn't beg for love or approval from others. He simply smiled through life's journey. And in return, life itself seemed to smile back at him with abundant blessings and opportunities. Practice smiling gently in front of the mirror. Do this for 1 minute every single day, observing yourself. Not forced, not overly large or unnatural. Just look at yourself and soften your eyes. Allow the corners of your mouth to naturally rise into a soft smile. Let your face quietly communicate, I accept myself fully as I am. Smile warmly at 5 strangers each day, a shopkeeper, a neighbor, a child, a security guard, a bus driver, anyone you encounter. No words are needed, just a small, genuine smile. This simple act builds your confidence and it spreads positive energy to the world around you. Smile deliberately when you feel fear or anxiety arising. This powerful action helps rewire your brain's responses to stress. Instead of succumbing to panic, teach your nervous system to meet fear with a soft, reassuring smile and deep breaths. You will instantly feel strength and power flowing back into your entire body and spirit, empowering you in challenging moments. You don't always have to possess the perfect words to say. You don't always have to have all the answers ready at your fingertips. You just need a heart that courageously still smiles, even when life presents its most difficult challenges and trials. Because when you choose to smile, you inherently give hope, you bestow peace, and you share love with others. All without uttering a single word. And that, unequivocally, is the most attractive energy found in the world today. My dear friend, we have now journeyed together through 12 truly beautiful, profoundly meaningful, and wonderfully real habits for life. These habits possess the power to completely transform your life, not only in how others perceive you externally, but, perhaps more importantly, in how you come to authentically see yourself and your own inherent value. And here is the most significant truth of all about attraction. You absolutely do not need to become someone entirely different just to attract people into your life. There's no need to copy anyone else's persona or style. You don't need to be perfect, wealthy, conventionally beautiful, or perfectly fluent in all languages. You simply need to return to your authentic, real self. A self that consistently speaks with kindness and empathy to all. A self that looks people sincerely in the eyes, smiles gently, and listens deeply with an open heart and mind. A self that profoundly values its own intrinsic worth, respects all others, and gracefully walks away from unnecessary noise and drama. A self that carries a tranquil peace in its presence and keeps growing and evolving, even in moments of quiet silence and reflection. If you commit to practicing even just a few of these powerful habits, you will not only attract others effortlessly into your life, you will attract precisely the right people into your life, the ones who truly see and appreciate your soul and spirit. The ones who don't demand that you pretend to be anything other than yourself in all your authenticity. The ones who meet you and connect with you with the very same kind of radiant light that you lovingly carry inside your own being. And I want to share one more profound thought with you, straight from my heart. You are truly not alone in this magnificent journey of self-discovery. You may feel invisible right now. You may feel ignored by the world around you. You may feel like no one truly sees your inner light. But I assure you, I see it clearly. I deeply believe in your inherent power. I believe in the unique energy you possess within you. And I wholeheartedly believe in the incredible person you are steadily becoming day by day with each intentional step. Every single day, you consciously practice these small yet powerful habits. You are actively rewiring your energy for positivity. You are transforming into someone who effortlessly attracts peace, attracts unconditional love, and attracts profound respect from others. And please know that I am genuinely with you, supporting you every single step of the way along this beautiful path. When you offer a sincere smile to a stranger, when you choose kindness instead of loudness, when you walk away from disrespect courageously, when you offer respect to someone no one else seems to see or acknowledge, know this: you are actively becoming someone truly unforgettable. And that, my friend, is unequivocally the best kind of attractive energy one can possess in this life. A deep, lasting appeal. I am incredibly proud of you and your journey. I am always here with you. Now, go out there into the world with confidence. Go not to chase external attention or validation, but to confidently walk in your own magnificent power and truth. Because your energy speaks volumes before you ever utter a word. And when it speaks with such radiant light and authenticity, the right people, your true connections, will undoubtedly find you. With all my heart, I am always here with you, my friend. Let's continue to grow and evolve together, supporting each other on this beautiful journey of self-discovery and meaningful connection.